What if you screamed a question into the cosmos and the only answer was the echo of your own voice? What if your deep human craving for order, for justice, for a reason, was met with a vast, silent, and utterly indifferent universe? This is not the beginning of a horror story. It is the exhilarating, terrifying, and ultimately liberating starting point of absurdism. Leo worked as a content moderator, a job that felt like being the janitor for the human soul. Every day, he waded through an endless, unfiltered river of digital consciousness, conspiracy theories, banal life updates, acts of breathtaking cruelty, and moments of sublime, accidental beauty. He was looking for a pattern, a signal in the noise, some evidence that humanity was trending toward enlightenment or, at the very least, coherence. But he found nothing. The feed was a chaotic, contradictory roar. It was humanity's scream into the void, and the void wasn't listening. This is the very essence of the absurd. It is not nihilism, which claims there is no meaning. Instead, absurdism identifies a fundamental conflict, a divorce between two warring truths. 1. Our passionate, innate human need to find meaning, purpose, and rational order in the world. 2. The universe's complete and utter failure to provide any. The absurd is the clash between our desperate questions and the universe's silent shrug. It's the feeling of being a stranger in a world that offers no explanation for our existence. For Leo, his job was a perfect microcosm of this condition. He was a creature who craved logic, tasked with curating chaos. The philosopher Albert Camus, absurdism's primary voice, argued that when faced with this realization, we have three choices. We can escape through suicide, a final admission of defeat. We can escape through what he called philosophical suicide, leaping into a prepackaged system of belief, be it religious or ideological, that papers over the absurd with comforting but unproven answers. Or we can choose the third, most difficult and most noble path. We can live in revolt. This is the heart of the absurdist answer to meaning. You do not solve the problem or find a hidden answer. You confront the absurd, you look it square in the eye, and you refuse to be defeated by it. This revolt has three key components. First, revolt. You live with the full awareness of the conflict. You don't deny the universe's meaninglessness, nor do you surrender your own search for meaning. You hold both truths in your mind at once and say no to despair. For Leo, this meant showing up to his job not to find a grand pattern, but to defiantly create small pockets of order in a sea of chaos. Second, freedom. The moment you accept that there are no cosmic rules or a pre-written script, you become radically free. Your values are not handed down to you. They are yours to choose and to live by. Leo realized he was free to decide what mattered. A beautiful photograph he saved from deletion, a kind comment he allowed to stand. These things had value not because the universe ordained it, but because he chose for them to. Third, passion. If this one life is all we have, and it exists in a silent universe, then the only rational response is to live it as intensely and fully as possible. Every moment becomes precious. The taste of coffee, a conversation with a friend, the feeling of sun on your skin, these small concrete experiences become the stuff of a meaningful life, precisely because they don't pretend to be anything more. Leo's transformation wasn't a lightning bolt. It was a quiet shift. He stopped looking for meaning in the feed and started creating it alongside it. He would finish his shift, log off from the digital roar, and walk to a small cafe. He would savor a cup of tea, watch the people walk by, and feel the solid reality of the table beneath his hands. These moments, he realized, were his rebellion. They were his declaration that even in a universe devoid of inherent purpose, his conscious experience, his joy, his simple act of being, was enough. Absurdism's hero is Sisyphus, the Greek king condemned to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, only to watch it roll back down. His task is the definition of futile. But Camus invites us to imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because in the moment he watches the rock fall, fully conscious of his fate, he is free. He is master of his own struggle. Meaning isn't found in getting the rock to the top. It's found in the scornful, defiant, and passionate dignity of the push. It is the ultimate good news. If the universe doesn't care, then you are free to. You are free to love, to create, to strive, and to find your purpose not in a cosmic decree, but in your own magnificent, rebellious, and absurdly beautiful human heart.